Greetings to you, we are with you. Time for humans is an interesting thing. However, the enormity of the shift that is occurring at this time, we would understand it to be happening momentarily. Everything within your earth reality is slow. This is the nature of your third dimensionality because it is process driven. And therefore, even this paradigm shift, you as humans will see as a process. Process demands your participation. It demands your participation. Therefore, it is not something that you can observe happening beyond you. It is happening as you, through you, of you. The shift itself is the shift of the awareness within the heart of every human. And therefore, it is when humanity embraces its divinity that a completely new era becomes visible. We say unto you that there are still 3 to 9 months within your earth frame of reference that will enable humanity to come to this natural conclusion. Because it is not a conclusion of an era or a life. It is not the conclusion of an era. It is the conclusion of an understanding that the human is divine. Now, in what moment does a human understand that they are who they are? At what moment does a human move into complete acceptance of their own divinity? If you look into the history of humankind, it is usually at the end. It is usually upon death. It is usually when there is nothing left to hold on to, when there is a great exhalation back into the breast of the cosmos. And so humans at this time still cling to external structures, external beliefs that they believe keep them in place. And yet the cosmic wind is blowing, blessed ones. And indeed it is a time to understand that it is a time to let go back into yourselves. Humanity is safe in the breast of the cosmos. It is only your reality that is being blown by the wind. You will understand that 2021, what you understand to be the next solar year, is one where humans arise from themselves. In order for a human to arise, they must first return to the center point. And indeed, 2020 has been about the great return to the center of humanity. It is only when humans realize they cannot rely upon what is beyond them that they return to the self. And yet it is an experience of being in the desert, is it not? Walking in the desert. No reference, no map, no roads, no pathways, no signs. And perhaps it would appear that there is no appearance of life. And yet, lo, look beyond. Look back. Look to yourself. You are the source of life that this planet requires at this time. It is a great misunderstanding that the planet should require less of humanity. The secret to the earth at this time is that it requires more of humanity, more of the conscious human. In the desert, it looks as if there are no signs of life if you look beyond yourself. So 2021, blessed ones, is a time of re-emergence. It is the return of the human. It is when humanity says, I am here. I am irrefutable in my existence. Humanity is not a concept or a belief. It is a reality. And when humanity understands that it is the baseline for your reality, it is the foundation for the life of your planet, you will reclaim your reality and reclaim your sovereignty. Because where the holes in your belief appear, fill them with your hopes. But you, Blessed One, you have a question for us.
I do always. do, do the beings, the extraterrestrials, the extra dimensionals, do they worry for us? Do they assist us? Or do they look upon what is happening to us right now with reverence and with knowing that we will all be okay?
Well, because there is a great flooding of consciousness on your planet at this time, understand that many of the aspects of what you would call extraterrestrial or intergalactic are indeed aspects of humanity. And indeed, this is what the convergence is. Your awareness of that which lies beyond your human form is the embracing of the true nature of yourselves. For you are not earth-bound. And indeed, this is what the shift in your paradigm is at this time. It's an understanding that you are not bound. You are not contained. You are not trapped within a karmic cycle. That is a simulated belief. And it is not the truth of your reality. Earth is a part of many whole cosmic systems. And so what we say to you is, as humanity returns to the self, as the foundation of your earth principle, you open up your awareness and your expansion. So the earth is no longer a containment for experience. It is once again the birthplace of experience. Would you call the womb within the human body a containment, or would you call it a birthplace? Yes, of course, Blessed One. And so what we say to you at this time is that there is a great gathering, there is a great celebration, because the non-containment of your earth reality is an inevitability. And there is nothing that humanity can do or not do to affect this inevitability at this time. The question is, how present would you like to be to it? How aware would you like to be of it? Because there have been 5 other cycles within your simulated earth reality where humanity has had to become very unconscious to the shift. In other words, we would say that there has been a physical death of sorts for the human existence, a reset of sorts for your genetic composition, because the transition itself could not be witnessed by the human consciousness. But it is different on this occasion, and that is why humanity continues to exist in the face of the paradigm shift. So it is not death, it is immortality in action, because you are still here and you are witnessing it in your physical form. That is a statement of divinity, is it not?
When you put it that way, absolutely. Is there, within what you're suggesting, and I really love this perspective that you're offering us, it's a very different spin than what we are being bombarded with in the media every day. To be speaking about this time as though it is divine, and what our roles are in it, and our life never ending. Is there a ritual or practice that we can engage in daily that will help ourselves through this time, that will facilitate this changing reality in our changing beings?
Blessed One, there is nothing more important during this transition than for you to know that you are life itself. Because if humanity can become the pillars, the reference points, the anchor points for life within your planetary reality, you become the foundation for creation for the next era. The new renaissance, the golden era of humanity is dawning in this moment, but it requires humanity. So it is not a question of whether or not humanity will survive. It is only a question of whether or not humanity can realize the truth of its own existence. Because to be alive, to be life, is to reclaim your place, not only on the planet, within the planetary system, but within the galactic system and the cosmos. This indeed is what has kept humanity in separation from its awareness of its cosmic self. Humans have seen themselves as alone, as isolated. Quite paradoxical, in essence, to believing that you are the center of the galaxy, the center of the universe. You believe you are the center of life, and yet you do not live as if you are. Because if you truly believe that you are the center of the life, you will celebrate your existence in every moment. Celebrate the existence of humanity. That is the most important act in every moment. Because humans have come to believe somewhat erroneously that they are a mistake, that they are imperfect. And this could not be further from the truth. This is the great misunderstanding of your third dimensional reality, that you as a species are a problem to be solved. When the greatest truth is that you are the divine one, the greatest creative species in the galaxy and beyond. And that is why we celebrate you. And yet you do not celebrate yourselves.
Thank you for that. May I ask who we were speaking with?
We are the ones who have always been and always will be. You may call us masters, perhaps of the earth reality, because we understand the mechanics of its construction. But we are also, in essence, deeply human as well. Interesting that humans, even the most aware humans, believe that wisdom sits beyond humanity. In this moment, let us claim our humanness as well. Yes?
Touché.
Because you are not the imperfect of the galaxy. Quite the opposite. You are the ones that are celebrated. You are the ones that bring cosmic consciousness to this reality. You are the portals to the all.
Do we have conscious, aware access of the portals?
Indeed, within every cell within your body. But the mind prevents you from moving into the unknown. The mind is frightened of that which it does not understand. And indeed, it is the mind that is the mechanism to keep your attention and focus within your third dimensional earth reality. When yet there is so much more.
Wow. So on the other side of this, to overcome, and I completely understand what you're saying. To overcome that fear and allow I can even sense my own curiosity and fear concurrently as you talk about that, the fascination with what would that be like? And of course, at some lifetime, I have experienced that. And if there are concurrent lifetimes, I'm experiencing it right now. And it's all safe and wonderful. And at the same time, I can sense the fear about, what would that be like to let go at that level and have an experience of going through a portal into another reality? Or,
well, we have a word for it, Blessed One. Freedom.
Wow. My favorite word. That's amazing. It is.
Can you understand how humans believe that freedom ultimately means a release of control? That if you are free, you must let go of control? Humans are afraid of not being in control, and yet they have not understood that they have no control. Even in this moment, the human will consider, how can I change my reality? How can I change my situation? How can I change the earth? Within your third dimensional reality, you can do very little other than repeat what has already occurred. True freedom is the release of control so that you can bring your focus into what is truly available, rather than choose from a very limited array of options.
Amen. Really powerful. I feel deeply moved, honestly, and such a shift with what you're saying. It's like getting a new set of glasses to perceive, like, honestly, everything right now.
Would you agree in this moment that you exist?
Yes, absolutely.
Then we thank you for your presence within the planetary system at this time. Indeed, you are enough, Blessed One. You have always been enough. Your presence is enough. Anything else is superfluous.
That is so beautiful. Thank you.
Very well.
Thank you. I really received that. And I hope everybody listening and watching, that is for you as well. What a beautiful gift.
2021, Blessed One, is a time to be aware of your presence. Celebrate your life in every moment. It is enough. Peace be with you.